Hello, I am Adalberto Cervantes Rodriguez. I am the creator of the ERP technology and the business database technology that is used only by SAP and Oracle. Those companies stole my technology at the Mexican oil company Pemex. I requested to the Mexican government to give me the agreements between Pemex and Oracle and Pemex and SAP. They didn't find any agreement, so it made me feel that everything was a fraud, mainly to bankrupt the Mexican government companies that belong to the people, as well as to bankrupt the Mexico. Today they want to bankrupt the United States. Has all their partners, a lot of small Indian origin IT companies registered mainly in Texas as a way to make these accounting and fiscal frauds, having more than 90% of Indian origin IT consultants that are allowed by the Department of Labor and the Department of Homeland Security and the Department of State to destroy the United States. As well as all their clients. We know that according with the World Bank analysis, they are defining percentage from G banks totally under control of the Rothschilds and the 13 richest families in the world, defining percentage to destroy countries around the world. Right now they are focused in destroying the United States, doing this accounting and fiscal frauds using a Babylonian black box. Um, as I told you before in previous program, all the data and the process are totally incorrect because they are not using industrial engineering and science and technology. And you can see this a simple view if you go to a hospital, a clinic or health center, all the processes and all the data is totally incorrect. They cannot even identify in an autopsy someone who died for natural causes and someone who is murdered using these electromagnetic weapons that are common right now because of the new world order, the population agenda. It is well known that, so they are not using engineering and ergonomics that is a specific branch of industrial engineering to make sure that the data and the process are totally incorrect and has to be integrated with my ERP technology and my business database technology. I consider myself, because of that, the father of industrial engineering as a science. As we know, all this caused than all the presidents, including Obama, the CEO, and all the CEOs are considered right now like satanic, diabolic, psychopaths, criminals, and even homosexuals because they're using these reptilian implants that make them be homosexual, plus the MK Ultra that make them be puppets of the elites. They control all the necessities, including the basic necessities like poop and pee. So you can imagine the situation. These guys are using diapers to go to public events. Today we're going to talk about the situation of another other labor fraud by the Indian IT consultants and these Indian origin IT companies working in United States. It is incredible that these guys are doing education frauds, having universities that are below the university level than we have in the States, only to have student visas to work to work at big corporates, having undergraduate no less than undergraduate students, then we have a lot of professionals with undergraduate studies or above without jobs. So you can imagine, basically it's because they want to make sure that nobody knows about this accounting and fiscal fraud, but they cannot lie to me because I am the creator of the ERP technology and the business database technologies. The owner of SAP and Oracle might be in jail at this time, but they are protected by the U.S. agencies and other international agencies, even I think than the Interpol. Okay, so it's not working anymore the agencies and national securities in each of our own countries. It is incredible. Okay, also also they are doing a lot of labor frauds. I have found several things. For example, they are doing agreements in United States, but they don't supposed to work in Mexico, Argentina, Colombia, and other country, but they are using the laws in United States. But the signature of these Indian origin IT consult companies are located in India, not in the States. So you cannot do anything against these guys legally. So they are protected. Has the Indian CEOs, Indian origin CEOs located in the States, basically they are ready to go to India as soon as the American agencies found and they are doing accounting and fiscal frauds. So they want to hide all these criminal acts that they are doing against the United States, and the national security cannot find anything about that at this time. It's incredible. Okay, has an SAP consultant as well as a project manager. I have been working in companies like T-Mobile and Hasbran, and I found out that these Indian origin IT corporates, even the small ones right now, they are not even big. They don't have even ISO certification, nothing. They are giving only this fake credential given by themselves, by these Illuminati corporates. So basically, I found out in those companies that they hire you as a U.S. citizen to be replaced immediately by an Indian consultant having your own identity. How the Department of Labor, I have been reporting this to the Department of Labor several times, and I have at least 4 identity theft. And basically, they are doing the same thing for a long time. So they having the papers of a real citizen, and after they taking this identity to work at the corporates, and this you Christian Illuminati that infiltrate the corporates and government, and these Indian origin IT consultants are like thick as types. So they are protecting each other to continue with these criminal acts, and the U.S. government is not stopping them. Okay, so I have a criminal suit for $1 trillion in Mexico and United States, and I'm looking for collaboration worldwide. Even I have been complaining directly to the Prime Minister of India and all the police in India. Nobody is doing anything. Okay, it's incredible. Okay, so what I found as well is that after they take your identity, they even take the laptop and the badge and others to send immediately an Indian to work instead of you. Okay, so it is incredible. This is supported by even by SAP America. It's unbelievable. Okay, all the report I have done it by even by several years at this time. So it is incredible that it still continue. And right now it's not even that. They have U.S. citizens working in these ERP softwares, but suddenly you are replaced, and the agreement, the offer letter, is not working at all. So they shorten the offer letter, and I think that we are replaced by foreigners working in remote. So you can imagine they have our papers after they said and we continue working, but we are replaced by an Indian in India. So I mean, these guys are really Illuminati cells. As I said before, working in atypical businesses, this is totally a fraud. Okay, supported by SAP and Oracle for sure. So, so I hope that when Mr. Trump is the new president, he's going to change all this situation, because for sure they're going to destroy us. They control all the areas of accounting, all the areas of IT, and that means that they can bankrupt us right away, okay, and replace us by China, Israel, and Switzerland. So I don't know what is going on with the Department of Labor or Secretaría de Trabajo y Previsión Social in Mexico. I mean, they are not working at all. It seems that they have the engineering to have us unemployed and give these jobs in particular to these foreigners. It seems that they are preparing everything to make it sure, because they know the specific situation to break the American laws. Okay. So what is going to happen? Because there are a lot of cases that you can find about this labor fraud, this accounting and fiscal fraud. I mean, it's really common to find to find these criminal acts everywhere. Okay, so I hope that somebody can do something soon, because all these criminal acts are not stopping at all. Okay. Thank you for listening me. I hope that you like this program. Click like, share my video, um, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. God bless you.